This is the moment of one of my propellers failing on my Martian 2.1 6-inch. It was a propeller on motor 4, and the propeller was a HobbyKing 6050 Bullnose polycarbonate propeller. They were new. I've had them for a while, but I just wanted to try them out and see what the difference is. I normally use KingKong 6x4 when I'm flying it on 6-inch propellers. This is the frame before, and all motors are roughly on 30%. And if you watch motor number 4, it jumps from 30% up to 100%. Obviously RPM goes through the roof, screaming its head off, and this is one half of the blade from propeller number 4 making its way to the ground. And if we look at the table and the stats here, the frame before 32 amps max, 8.18 amps per motor, and we jump up, suddenly jumps up to 86 amps. I did see this as high as 150 amps, whether that's accurate or not, when I was playing around with the sync before, but I wanted to leave it on this one because you can see the one blade from prop number 4 actually in the video. Now before this there was no impact noise when I went through a gap. I wasn't close enough to the tree to hit anything. The audio as well was clear up until the point when the prop failed, and you can hear it fail. Don't think it was a bird strike because there was no blood or feathers on the side of the quad. No dead birds on the path when I went to retrieve it. After it failed, it barrel rolled 6 times into the hedgerow here. It was quite a painful experience retrieving it because it was full of thorns. No damage to the quad other than another blade, which was recorded on the footage, and that was caused by impacting the branches in this bush as it went in. So things to take from this: 1, definitely avoid these propellers. I might have got unlucky. I did test bend a few of them. I always do that when I get new props, just test bend one. It did bend a couple of times, but then funny enough, if you left it for a day and went back and bent it one more time, it would actually just fail at the hub, unlike some other propellers. Better propellers are KingKong 6x4, which are more efficient, less vibration, but just a better propeller and more impact resistant, not likely to fail like these did at the hub. Also ESCs. The ESCs on this quad are all the style Racerstar V2 Dshot 600. Nothing wrong with them. They perform really well. They have temperature protection enabled on them, but they don't have current limiting protection enabled on them, which for instance a DYS Area 32 bit ESCs do. And if you do happen to have these ESCs fitted to your quad, then it's worth checking that the current limiting is switched on. By default it is switched off, and you may save an ESC if this happens to you. I hope this was helpful.